giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom News Leaders.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mediacom News Leaders. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Carol Kelly. Joining us today, Executive Director of the History Center, we've got Jason Wright. Jason, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Carol.
So the History Center, it's pretty exciting. We've got to move in your future. Tell us a little bit about that decision and what's happening there.
Well, back about 2014, the board was realizing that our building at the time was not working for us. Attendance was dropping, we weren't getting good attendance at our programs. And about that same time, the Douglas Mansion, a lot of people know it as the Turner Mortuary, right in the downtown area, became available for sale. So our board did a really kind of scary but brave thing. Without a strategic plan, they bought the Turner Mortuary, the Douglas Mansion, and sold our First Avenue building. So we've been nomadic for the past almost 3 years. And in the meantime, we have raised all the money that is absolutely necessary to bring this extraordinary mansion that was built in 1898 back to its original glory.
So talk to us a little bit about that as to the plan. What's the future hold for people that might have experienced the History Center before and what your expectations are in the new building?
Well, this is an organization that's completely reimagined how it will do business. And it's actually been doing that for the past 3 years. But as far as the comparing and contrasting the last building to this one, completely different. The exhibits in the old building, they've been all put away, so you will not see what you saw before. What you will see when you come into the building is you'll first walk through a program room. So our first welcoming will be a program room that'll have some things in it, such as Artifact of the Month, newest acquisition, those kind of things. But that's where we'll do our lectures, our plays. We actually commission plays and music, those kind of things. We'll have a real library that was a library that will be a working library. We have usually between 300 and 500 people doing research every year, which kind of blew my mind. I had no idea that people were looking up their homes, their businesses, their family. Get up to the second floor, that's where the real magic happens. We have 3 galleries. So we're not going to be a house museum, which is just a old house that's kind of brought back. We're actually going to have 3 galleries. One is permanent, and the permanent gallery, the Smith Gallery, is going to talk about the Lynn County story. And it's not going to talk about Lynn County in a linear sense or chronological, you know, 1860, the first. It's going to be nothing like that. It's going to be about areas of interest. We're going to tell stories about how people entertain themselves. We're going to talk about diversity, how diverse we are and how diverse we aren't. We're going to talk about rivers, rails, and roads. We're going to talk about education. We're going to talk about innovation. I was blown away when I started learning about how many things were invented right here in Lynn County. Just amazing. So we'll have that gallery, but then we're going to have the Wilson Gallery, which will tell stories that are about Lynn County that are a spin-off of the actual permanent exhibit. So for example, our first exhibit is going to talk about how people entertain themselves once, and it's going to be all about quilts. It's going to be about the social aspect of quilting, not the artistry. So that'll be one thing. But in our other temporary gallery will be our entrepreneurial gallery. Lynn County wouldn't be as strong as it is right now if it wasn't for the entrepreneurs. And there's so many great stories out there right now. And so we're going to tell those stories. For example, the first story we're going to tell is about Shive Hattery. Everybody knows it as an engineering firm in town. Everybody knows them. They started out as surveyors in 1860 and have kept records of their history. They have a closet filled with their artifacts. So we're going to be able to tell that story.
Is there a grand opening? Is there an announced date? Can we talk about that?
I wish I could tell you right now. We have 2 more major things to do on the building, and if those go as smoothly as everything else has, we'll be announcing that date right at the end of August, early September, of when we will be cutting the ribbon on this building.
And you did talk about it. It's been 3 years. Yes. How have you kept in contact with the public and have connected that way? It
has been amazing in that we have connected with more public without walls nomadically than we have with walls. So we have kept our programs vibrant. We have added programs. We actually sell out some of our programs now. We've had such great turnout that we have been able to deliver our mission actually quite well without walls.
And for more information, where should we go?
Go to historycenter.org is our website, or call 319-362-1501.
Such a pleasure, Jason. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Carol.
This has been Mediacom News Leaders, your opportunity to get the full story from the most reliable sources exclusively on Mediacom News Leaders.